Marcus sat on the stone patio overlooking the dust of Athens, watching the young philosopher frantic over his unfinished scroll. My thoughts are scattered, the youth confessed, clutching his quill. Every morning I intend to practice tranquility, but the chaos of the city steals my mind before the sun clears the columns. How do I anchor my attention to solve the problem of a restless spirit? Marcus did not answer with a lecture. Instead, he reached for a common iron latch from the courtyard gate. If you want to forge a mind that cannot be shaken, Marcus said, you must first master the art of the sudden arrest. The youth looked down, wondering how an iron latch could mend a wandering soul. Marcus turned the latch over in his calloused palm and pointed to the sharp, rusted point where it met the wood. See this tooth? It was shaped for a single purpose, to catch the eye of a frantic runner before he crashes through the gate. If a traveler is sprinting in terror from a phantom threat, you do not whisper poetry into the wind hoping he hears you. You place an immovable object directly in his line of sight. You startle him with a truth he cannot argue. The student blinked. A shock to the system. Precisely, Marcus replied, his eyes steady. In the opening breath of any trial, the untrained mind bolts towards anxiety. To rescue it, you must apply a sharp hook. You tell yourself immediately everything you are currently worrying about is an illusion of your own making, and you are wasting the only life you will ever possess. Only when the shock of reality halts your panic can the true work begin. Marcus set the iron piece down and walked to the edge of the terrace, gesturing toward the bustling marketplace below. Yet a traveler once will quickly find his footing and resume his frantic sprint if left unattended. Marcus continued, his voice dropping to a low rhythmic cadence. The initial shock is merely the doorway. Once you have his attention, you must immediately re-engage him before the noise of the world reclaims him. You must lean in closer and whisper the second truth. The disturbance is not the event, but in your judgment about the event. You remind him again, mid-stride, that external storms hold no power over the citadel within. You trap his wandering focus a second time, pulling him back from the precipice of his own imagination just as he slips away. The student nodded slowly, feeling the weight of the philosophy grounding his chest. And when the mind is finally still, the student asked, when the storm has passed and the traveler stands beside you in peace, then, Marcus said, turning to face him fully, you must bind him to the path so he never strays again. Marcus pointed a finger directly at the youth's heart. You do not merely visit tranquility, you must commit to its service for the rest of your days. You must pledge your allegiance to reason, locking yourself into the daily discipline of the Stoic path, ensuring that when tomorrow's chaos arrives, your anchor is already set. Marcus stepped back, crossing his arms at the Athenian sun as the Athenian sun began to dip below the horizon, casting long, unyielding shadows across the stone. If you wish to build a mind that endures every storm and never loses its anchor, do not let the philosophy end with the setting sun, Marcus said, his gaze fixed firmly on the youth. Subscribe to this channel and join us on the path of reason so you never miss another daily lesson in inner strength. Much love.